Yo, 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 what's up, guys? It's me again, Tuku Razu, or you call me Razu even. But, yeah, just taking a walk. Thought I'd just fill you guys in about, what's happening lately. Um, I thought I'd just take this video just to, talk about some stuff because I just feel like it. But, yeah, man, I don't really make YouTube videos anymore, I'm kind of busy, but I kind of feel like making more. I don't know. I might delete this video after I'm done making it, but the whole point is um, I don't really feel that interested in YouTube, but maybe that'll change. Um, as a kid, I was always you know, I wanted to make YouTube videos, and I thought what I did at the time, I thought the content I was making was really good. Yeah, and when I look back at it, it's really cringe. And I feel like that's how most people feel whenever they look at their old videos, or especially usually you never want to have videos like those for everyone to see, not public or anything. So yeah, that's just how I feel. Those are probably gonna stay private for a long time. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll like review them or something. Because why not? You know? Um, yeah. I work a part-time job right now. I work retail as a cashier right now. And before that, actually, I was a student worker, or well, sort of. I wasn't actually a student. I don't go to college right now, but as a student worker, I just mean I was getting work experience through a program, and they were just basically offering me over some amount of hours. After those hours are done, I'd have to get a job. That's exactly what I did. And I got the same job, or well, at the same workplace actually. Yeah, so that's what I did. And I think I gained a lot of valuable experience. Working retail, you often stock, you organize and face products slash merchandise. And that's what I did for about 5 months, working 20 hours a week, you know. And yeah, I'd like to work full time, but when you really think about it, when you're working full time, is you really do not have a lot of time to yourself. And I think that's the main thing that pushes me away from doing it. Oh, dog. um yeah, that's basically the main thing that just pushes me away from doing it. And yeah, I'm basically just walking around the block right now. This takes me aback a little bit, because when I used to do vlogs, I did only just a handful of vlogs, probably only let me switch to this hand. Probably only um up to 5 vlogs. I only did a couple in person. It's weird. I had a bunch of YouTube channels, and yeah. Um, what else? 500 subscribers that I have right now, it doesn't really mean that much, because I got most of it from some dumb video I posted about 10 years ago now. It's been that long, really. And yeah, I got over like 200,000 views. It was a McDonald's video, and I just titled it like something crazy, like, "Oh, this couple, two people fighting in McDonald's." That's literally the title I gave it. And yeah, I got over 200,000 views on that video. Most of the subscribers actually came from that video. So yeah, that was the biggest hit I had. I'm gonna have to walk in the street because someone just put their car on the sidewalk. Don't do that, by the way. Yeah. As for what else I should say, I mean, I'm basically just walking in the street right now. Actually isn't where I'm from. I'm currently in Yuba City, and okay, somebody's playing music. I'm just gonna have to like pause this part out of the video, so just give me a second. All right, so yeah, as I was saying, is like I'm actually not from around here. I'm in Yuba City, California. It's a very nice city, honestly. I wish I could live here, but you know, with most places in California, the cost of living usually goes up with the better area you are in, the more money you have to pay, sort of stuff like that. That's basically it. And then let me think of what else I can talk about. I mean, growing up, I wasn't like a very smart kid. I mean, I don't think we were all smart, but I thought what I did was pretty dumb. So, yeah, I hang around the wrong group. And even now, I kind of think I hang around a bad group still. But yeah, to me, it's just like whatever, right? And I don't know. I was talking about how I would want to work part-time, but it's just not worth it. I feel like you spend too much time at work itself than the time you have to yourself. If that makes any sense. But what I was thinking is like, my life kind of feels garbage, so it's like, to make up for it, what if I just like spend more time at work or more time outside of my house, you know, just to compensate for that time that I usually spend like kind of doing nothing. You know, I'm interested in doing things, and anything really, you know. The main thing, because as I was saying, it kind of feels like I'm a dumb kid. Feels like I was, or well, I was. But the main point is, I feel like using computers really helped me a lot. And yeah, I feel like it really helped. I know it feels like it doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's basically just the main point. Because I didn't really like have a computer until I was like 12 years old. And before then, I only used like one of my parents' phones stuff. Basically what I used to make my YouTube videos, if that makes any sense. Hold on. My arm is getting tired. But yeah. basically it, honestly. Is there anything else I can really talk about? Mm, not really. But all I know is that the whole reason why I wanted to make this video is that um, I just got bored um, waiting around. You know, um, this is my last night I actually worked. I got called in, and it wasn't my day. It wasn't a day I was scheduled for, so I had to come in and cover someone's shift. And I don't know how you guys feel about that, especially if you have a job where you have to get called in and stuff. But I'm lucky to have a you know, supervisor or boss or whatever you call it that actually cares about his coworkers, sort of. Because I actually, one of my coworkers actually got COVID. They were still working, and I think pretty sure that was an OSHA violation, especially in California. I don't think you should be working when you have COVID, because he just casually passed by me and said, "I have COVID," while I was in the warehouse. That was when I was a student still, but it freaked me out because he did have COVID. He actually took a test on the job, and he tested positive. And I don't think he should have been there. And before that, he even said, "Oh, my nose, it burns," basically. And yeah. But as I was saying, is I got called in, and I was speaking to my supervisor, and I just told him, like, if he'd be able to, like, accommodate for my hours, especially for next week, which it is now. I worked on Sunday. Today's Monday, and he just messaged me and just said that I'd get Tuesday off when I was scheduled for Tuesday, but I guess I got Tuesday off now, so that's great. Yeah, and I guess that's the perk of being a part-time worker and you have strict hours, because I don't want to go over a specific, like, income limit, especially for, like, medical insurance. In California, you're entitled to have medical insurance, especially if you are low income, which I am. And I think it's really important to have. Medical insurance is really important to have. And if you don't have medical insurance, I suggest you find a way to get some. Because, I mean, if I were to go over the income limit for my insurance, then I'd have to pay out of pocket for it each month, basically. And then that's not a really good thing, because then you could lose insurance coverage if you don't make payments. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like my personality has changed a lot over the past year. I mean, I don't feel like I'm the same person as I was. I have like different priorities now. I made sure to because I have, like, medical bills I have to take care of, or I'm expected to pay medical bills. So yeah, I basically saved most of my money when I was working as a student, and I think it's really important is you make sure you have an emergency fund. I learned this in I forgot what the class was called, honestly. Personal finance in high school. I actually wasn't very good with math, so they actually gave me that class. And by the way, that teacher that I had for personal finance was amazing. But I feel like most of what I learned after high school was very important as well. I mean, I feel like most people will think that I'm I don't know. I feel like most people that think that AI is worthless, or artificial intelligence is worthless, is because that it basically like basically get spoon fed the information, which I think is false. If you're willing to do the research and put in the time and effort to learn something new, I think that's good. And I'm just gonna walk this way again because this guy keeps playing music and I'm not bothered with it. But yeah, I feel like okay. Somebody just drew a penis on the back of the store over here with some graffiti, so that's interesting. But anyways, I think artificial intelligence is like a double-edged sword, or I feel like artificial intelligence has its pros and cons, and I think that artificial intelligence will be mainstream, of course. I mean, Nvidia and all these other corporations, companies, OpenAI. You know, you have Grok, you have ChatGPT and such, and they're all into this big AI boom, and I think it's cool and all. You know, AI itself is very helpful. I think it's helped thousands of people, especially me. It helped me. I won't explain why, but it helped me tremendously. But yeah, I feel like AI is very good for society, but at the same time, it's also not going to be good, especially when it comes to like entertainment. Usually, as humans, as a society, we create our own entertainment with our own, you know, ideas, and especially when you have AI that could basically create anything you would want it to make, especially like entertainment. You could create a whole movie script based just based off of AI. Just going off of AI. You could just create a whole movie script if you really wanted to. Yeah. I feel like I don't know. It's bad. I think it's really bad. I mean, I think you guys can most say the same as well. I think AI art is bad too, but it also depends like what the art is used for. I mean, if you're trying to sell AI art, I think that's really stupid, to be frank. I mean, sorry. If you're one of those creators who has a Patreon and uses AI art, you know, I don't agree with you, because you're basically just getting paid for work you didn't do. You put in the minimal effort to create that, and you know, actual artists deserve to be paid for their hard work. There's a kitty right here. Yeah, that's basically my view of things. Yeah, as we know it, AI is going to be part of this world we live in. It basically is at this point, but it's going to be much greater, I believe, in the next year. So, yeah, that's basically just my view of things. You might have a different like opinion, but that's just my opinion, the way I view it. You know, do I want? And this is another thing. Do I want to be working retail for the rest of my life? No. I feel like I want to get into a trade or something. So just basically like home inspection. I was thinking about being an electrician, but you have to spend so many years as just a apprentice, And I don't feel like doing that because I think it's just a waste of time, usually, especially like with a trade like home inspection. You could just get straight into it, especially if you have the funds already. All you need to do is just, especially in the state of California, all you need to do is just get certified, take some classes, get maybe get to shadow a an actual home inspector, and that's basically it. You know, I feel like I do really good as a home inspector because I just seem really interested about it. I mean, I watched home inspection videos where they just go over things, and I find it really interesting. So, I think it's really important if you really want to, you know, if you really want to have a job that you enjoy for the rest of your life. I feel like you just look at all these careers and just, think, does this seem interesting to me? And, at the moment, it hasn't even been a month. It hasn't even been a month yet since I became a cashier in retail. I mean, because I have floor experience, stocking, organizing, and facing at the same workplace I had as a student, or I still work at, so my supervisor knows this, so, I have more flexibility. I'm able to work the floor, especially if needed, but most of the time I'm just a cashier, and I think that's another really important thing, is cash handling. Oh, and I'll tell you guys my own experience so far. Don't be so afraid to be a cashier, because when I actually was getting started as a cashier, I was extremely nervous and I didn't feel like I could do it. I doubted myself. So my advice is that try not to doubt yourself. I know it sounds like really easy to do, but it actually is kind of hard, especially if you've never done cashier work before. You never, my hair is destroyed. Especially if you never did cashier work before. It feels like it could be really hard. But my advice is don't try to be so hard on yourself. You're going to get the training you need. If you aren't getting the training you need for whatever reason, just ask for help. If you don't get help, my suggestion, don't, and I know this sounds harsh, but I don't want you to try and, especially, I feel like you should go in and out, I feel like this advice is just worthless, but I feel like it really helps, trying to get familiar with what you're working with, see who works, see how everyone works, every workplace is different, right? But I was fortunate enough to have good coworkers. I know everyone else isn't fortunate enough to have, good coworkers. But my coworkers, they're decent. And then they're also very good. They're very kind and helpful, to the work environment. Yeah, but there's obviously those parts of the workplace that won't make any sense. Especially people not liking each other. I thought my coworkers were all great, but they all have a dark side. I don't mean a dark side as in evil, but more or less just they seem to not like others, especially some customers and stuff. Maybe giving them a hard time. We always get frustrated, but I try my best to be calm and reserved, especially when I'm facing customers, because there's been a couple of times so far. I know it hasn't been a month yet of me just working the register, but I have had some moments with customers, and especially this one guy. He's an older guy. He was getting Steam gift cards, I didn't really think much of it at the time, but I feel like he's getting scammed. And that's another thing. You really have to watch out for people. I'm sort of like by the book, but most people aren't. I say sort of because like um, just do what you have to do. Like especially if like just do what you think is in the best interest of everyone else. So like company values, um, basically just try and follow the book as much as you can. You don't have to always follow it though. And yeah, I think that's what matters. Because we're bound to make mistakes, but it shouldn't always result in like you know stuff like a termination or like getting written up and stuff like that. It shouldn't really end up like that. I don't think I got written up for this, or maybe I was given a verbal warning. I don't know which one it is, but I had I had pulled out, or well, I didn't pull it out, but someone paid $75 to like reload onto their card, and yeah, 75, and it was all in ones, so I had to count all of the ones individually, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way, and yeah, once it was done, I just kept the ones. I was like confused. I didn't know you could actually fit all those ones in the drawer, but you can. And I actually thought that somebody would have to come and pick it up because it was too much. But I guess I was wrong. And I actually ended up going through all of them. And because I'm like really inclined to just look at all of the bills and just see which one like has a unique serial number, because I actually like looking at the numbers and seeing whether a dollar bill is unique or not, and that's exactly what I did. And I actually found one. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to like exchange it as change, but serial number was 88990069. And I know it sounds retarded. Sorry if that's offensive, but I know it sounds stupid. But that's basically what happened. Yeah, I wanted it because I think it's interesting. I'm always like finding ways to earn money. I was dibble dabbling with the stock market. I was learning about dividends. I was learning about uh, all this other stuff like SGov and these ticker symbols. U.S. Treasuries, T-bills, gold, silver. You could actually dibble dabble in silver and gold in the stock market. You don't have to own physical gold or silver. And you know usually these are like, so basically silver and gold, they're basically just like the value of it on the stock market. It's basically what it is worth. And as long as you hold it, I mean, if the value of silver goes up, it's going to go up on the stock market as well, because you basically have an electronic share of the actual silver. So yeah, a lot of people are predicting that silver is going to be very big, and that you know it actually will gain value. And these are very good against inflation, by the way. But yeah, I'm sort of just all over the place with all my thoughts. I just like talking about all these things. I never have like the chance to talk about these sort of things with my friends and stuff, especially like, I don't know, it's just like you have to have something in common to talk about it, of course. And especially when you don't have that specific interest and you guys don't link up with it at all, then I mean, you can obviously talk about it. you know Maybe someone will be interested in it, I'm not sure. But we always have different thoughts, different ideas and ideals and such. So, yeah, I'm very oddly specific. And that's another thing. I actually wanted to tell my manager at work, especially like the assistant manager, I wanted to tell her that, you know, by the way, she's so nice. She's such a nice manager. And I was just wanting to tell her that I'm very oddly specific, because I got a phone call once and they're asking for the store manager. Well, it's Saturday, and well, the store manager isn't here, but there is another store manager that you could speak to. And so, yeah, I did that. And then I just put it on hold. I parked the call, and actually, I gotta go because I'm getting a phone call. Yeah, it's just a long vlog. All right, guys, that's basically it. But maybe I'll do another one of these videos in the future. Yeah. All right. You guys take care. You have a good one. Whatever it is, good day, good morning, good night. Whatever it is, good afternoon. And I'll see you guys next time in a different video. Peace.